So today I'm going to tell you about how I decided on what size to go for. I'm not telling you to size up or size down, and there's a lot of mixed opinions on whether you should size up or size down on the Salomon ADV Skin 12-litre hydration vest. That was very long. So I'm going to go through kind of what helped me decide, or why I decided to go for the size I did. Everyone's different and everyone's body shape's different, so there's no right or wrong reason whether you should size up or down. It's just personal preference, but I thought I might be helpful if I tell you kind of why I went for the size I did. Yeah, so if you want to find out more, then keep watching. So like I said, this is the Salomon ADV Skin 12 litres, and this is the new 2025 model, and I made a video of when I revealed it first not that long ago, so I'll link the video down below if you want to find out more about kind of the differences compared to the different previous models, and kind of, yeah, the updates on this one, and why I went for the 2025 model as well. So I'll leave that video down below if you're interested. So according to the chart on the Salomon website, I should be an extra small. This is the unisex size, by the way. They do a women's size, but previously I found that the women's size are a little bit shorter than the unisex size, and the soft flask in the older version, they sat lower down, and then you do have to have straws that come up to be able to, for it to be high enough for you to drink while you run. And I didn't like having the extra straws. I just want soft flask high enough that I can just drink without having to worry about straws. It's just something else to kind of clean and having to store. So I preferred the unisex size. So I don't know if it's different for the newer version. Looking on the website, I think it doesn't have the extra straw on the women's version, so I think it might be the same as unisex. And also, I don't know if there's a difference in length. I personally can't say what the difference is between the women's and the unisex. I'd imagine the women's size might go down smaller in size, or they might kind of fit more snugly for women that are a bit more petite. But I went for the unisex, and if it is longer, then I felt like there's just more space to put more things in. Just being longer, I don't know, but I just went for the unisex size. So according to the website, like I said, I should be the extra small, but that doesn't kind of take into account if I want to put in more layers, and obviously that's only if I were to put the vest on when it's completely empty. So I did order both sizes, so I ordered the extra small and the small. I tried them both on completely empty and just what I would wear if I were to go out for a run. The size extra small did actually fit, and I felt like it probably fitted better in terms of I could pull it quite tight, but it was snug enough that it was still comfortable, and it kind of looked like it was right. What I mean is, sometimes if you have a vest that is too big and you pull it as tight as it goes, and then the vest still feels like you could pull it even tighter, and it's not snug enough. I don't know how to describe it properly. You want to pull it as snug as you can, but feel like there's still room for it to go more snug, if that makes sense. And I think over time material generally stretches a bit more, so if you already at the limit while it's empty, then that's definitely too big, because you want to be able to go smaller if you want to in the future, or if you're lucky enough and the vest lasts 2 years or 3 years, the material gets a bit more loose and the elasticity gets a bit looser, then you want to be able to pull it a bit tighter. So I think if you pull it really tight and the front of the vest is touching, then that's probably too big for you. So you want to have like a gap in the middle once it's tightened fully, so you want to be able to tighten it a bit more. But that's only on when it's empty. Generally, I would wear a vest if I need to carry more things. If I only need to carry maybe one soft flask, my phone and my keys, I wouldn't wear a vest, because I don't feel the need to wear a vest for something so minimal. In that case, I normally would just wear a running belt. That just works better for me. The only time I wear a vest is because I need maybe more water, especially when I need 2 soft flasks and I need a lot of fuel, or I'm going out for 2, 3 hour, 4 hour run, or just training for a marathon, doing a 30k or something like that. So I would only use a vest if I need to take a lot of stuff. So for me to decide what size to go for is to actually stuff the vest and put as much as I think I would need on a long run, or if I'm going to do an ultra trail, then I would pack kind of the mandatory kit list as I think I would need at the back, and then I would fill soft flasks at the front 2 pockets, and then fuel and just anything that I would need to take on a long run. That's the best way to test if the vest is going to fit you. There's kind of no point trying it on when it's empty, in my opinion, because you're not just going to wear your vest empty. I know you're going to drink the water throughout your run, and you're going to have the fuel as you run as well, so over time it will get smaller and lighter, but you want it to be packed at the start to properly test out what size you would need. I know it's not always possible to go to a shop to try a vest on, because for me there isn't actually anywhere that I could go to try a vest on, so for me it's the only way to try it is to order and then send one back, as much as it's faffy and it's just annoying, but that's the only way. So if you could go to a shop and try it, I would definitely recommend it. It makes a big difference kind of seeing how it feels. So yeah, the XS actually fitted empty, but once I filled everything in, especially the soft flasks at the front, I tried to tighten the vest, and I just felt like everything was pushing inwards a little bit uncomfortably when everything was full and packed, and kind of some bits at the bottom were starting to lift as I was tightening the smaller size. So I tightened the vest at the front, and then kind of this bit was like lifting a bit, and things just looked like it didn't sit naturally against my body. So that's when I decided I'm going to go for the size up, which is small. And that size fitted very well, and with everything packed it was still comfortable, and I felt like there was still room to tighten if I wanted to. So I went for the bigger size for that reason, and the only way to test it, like I say, is to fill it and see what works for you. But obviously the other thing to note is you don't want a size that's too big, because there's the risk of your vest bouncing and causing chafing. And in general, when you have water and a lot of things packed in your vest, if the vest doesn't sit snug enough against your body, it is going to bounce and move, and it's going to be quite uncomfortable if you were to run 2 hours, 3 hours. It's just going to cause discomfort. So make sure that it does sit snug enough, but not so snug that it's uncomfortable and feels like it's pushing everything in the wrong places, which the smaller size kind of felt like that. It would have been fine, I think, but I just thought it would give me more space around my armpits and just around the neck area and everywhere. It was just a little bit more comfortable going for the bigger size. I know I've been looking at a lot of reviews online trying to figure out what size I need. I think the opinion is about 50-50. So half of people think you should definitely size down because you don't want any movement, you don't want any bounce, and you want it to be snug. And like I mentioned, a lot of people say about material stretching over time, so everyone's like, oh, definitely size down. But then also the other half will be like, no, definitely size up, because you're going to pack your vest full and it's going to be a lot of things, and especially if you're going to use a bladder at the back. A lot of people were saying size up, so I feel like it's 50-50. So in my opinion, there's no right or wrong answer. It just depends what you want your vest for and how you want it to fit against your body. It is a really hard thing to decide, and it's taken me a long time to think which one to go for. Even when both vests arrived, I kept trying them out and I kept filling them with different things and tried to jump just having them filled. For me to test the vest, the best way was to realistically fill it with the things you need, and then just see how it feels. Maybe run around the house and kind of just see if it moves and if it bounces, and if it's going to cause any chafing. That was how I tested it. But again, there's no right or wrong way to size up or down. So that was my experience of choosing the size for the Salomon Advanced Skin 12. Like I say, I ordered the extra small and the small, and I ended up going for the small. So I'm the size up camp. And it works for me. I've really tested it on a run and it does work really well. And as I drink and have fuel, the vest gets a bit emptier. I just tighten them as I run, and there's still more space to tighten, and I don't really run with it when it's empty. So for me, it's size up. But it will be very interesting to know how you decide on what size vest you would go for, and which one you did go for in the end, and whether it was the wrong decision that you've made. It's still early days for me, so now I've sized up. Maybe if I'm still using the vest in a year's time and the material stretches, maybe I would think back and think I should have gone for the smaller size. So it's all a learning curve. I don't know. But it would be really interesting to find out from you as well of your experience of the vest. So let me know in the comments. I hope the video was somewhat helpful to you, and hope you enjoyed it and found it somewhat useful. So if you did, let me know, and I will see you on my next video. Thanks for watching. My name is Uni. Bye.